American Pickers star Mike Wolfe has claimed Fritz struggled with a secret opioid addiction that led to the fan favorite's firing from the History Channel show. Frank passed away on September 30 at the age of 60, 2 years after suffering a debilitating stroke. Sign up for the U.S. Sun newsletter. Your info will be used in accordance with our privacy policy. Frank last appeared on American Pickers in March 2020 and was officially fired from the series in 2021. Mike opened up about Frank's firing in an interview with People, as he also revealed the late star's struggle with addiction. Mike explained how during the pandemic, Frank injured his back while moving items around his Iowa home and underwent surgery. With that time off and him having surgery, it was like the perfect storm. He became addicted to opioids, and that's when everything changed, Mike said. Read more on American Pickers. Here's the deal. I don't have the right to tell his story, only he does. But I feel, the right to tell the personal story of how myself and so many people struggled to navigate what was going on in his life. Mike said he staged an intervention with Frank's family members to help him during his addiction struggles. I remember running into him like a month later. He said he was just going to handle everything on his own, and I asked him how he was doing. He said, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I'm really fine. And then like a month later, he was gone. And so watching Frank doing some of the things that he was doing, it was really hard. But Mike claims Frank continued to struggle with addiction when filming started, as they fought really hard to get him into rehab. And he never ever gave up on him. Painfully awkward moment. Patsy Palmer refuses to answer question on Celebrity Big Brother eviction night. Fritz's friend blames American Pickers for falling out with Mike Wolfe as he's very scripted compared to late star. Mike claimed production asked Frank for negative drug tests, but he was unable to provide them. The network just finally made the decision, Mike said. They're just like, listen, we have to move on. We have to keep going with this. I had mixed emotions about doing that. And we were just trying to figure out what we were going to do. Mike said when Frank was let go, he was forced to fend for himself. I could finish his sentences. He could finish my sentences. I'm a left-handed person. But with him, I felt ambidextrous, Mike said. He also said he lost a brother when the two had a falling out, which is why it was so hard to hear him say the things that he said. Inside DFEU'd. Mike is referring to Frank's 2021 interview with the U.S. Sun. Frank said at the time, I haven't talked to Mike in 2 years. He knew my back was messed up. But he didn't call me up and ask how I was doing. That's just how it is. The show is tilted towards him 1000%. I can't even bend that far down to show you how much. That's fine. It's like you've got Aerosmith, and there's Steven Tyler, and he's the front man. I found my spot. I'm second, and he's number one on the show. That's no problem with me. Maybe he does have a problem. But Frank insisted he was bigger when it comes to viewers. The fan favorite said, I'm not arrogant, and I'm more of a regular old guy. The guy that connects with me is the guy who buys a 30-pack of Busch Light and a pizza on the weekend. That's my guy. My guy buys a $150 sign, not an $8,000 sign. I'm more of the common man guy. I haven't found a $100,000 vase or any Michelangelo stuff. I've never really had a big score like that. But all the small scores are the bread and butter, and that's my deal. Frank then said it would be hard to put the show on after not talking to somebody for 2 years. He even admitted, I think Mike wants to get his brother Robbie in there to replace me. I don't know why he's behaving like that towards me. You couldn't just stick 2 people in a van and get the chemistry you get from me and Mike. We've known each other for about 40 years. We can finish each other's sentences. When everybody is getting along and there's no drama, me and him are very good together. Frank added, I'm just trying to get through life like everybody else and be as happy as I possibly can. Life is what you put into it. If you don't put much into it, you don't get a lot out of it. Frank also revealed at the time that he had been sober for 11 months. It would have been a year, but I had one slip up. It was maybe for 4 hours, but it was enough, he said. Mike told People that while they did have a falling out, he was still always there for his longtime friend. I stepped away for a little because I was watching what he was doing, but I still fought for him to go to rehab, and I still had those conversations.